Guys, we're going to Machu Picchu. We are now at the Belmond Sanctuary Lodge at Machu Picchu. Literally, we just took the bus right here and it is across the entrance from Machu Picchu.
The bus ride was 30 minutes. What a magical, magical ride up. We told them we had reservations here and they allowed us to get on the bus early. So we did that.
Almond milk latte, guys. The only almond milk latte.
The only almond milk. We actually paid more for this breakfast than we did our tour guide. And we didn't, you know, really talk down our tour guide in terms of price. We gave him what he asked for. It's always good to do a little interview and ask how many times he's come up here, what kind of his background, his education.
We were just kind of having conversation. They just kind of come up to you and just have conversation, and you could tell by the complexity of his English that he was very proficient in English. He didn't just use like the most basic words.
Yeah.
And he was telling us like all these details already about what it would be like, what we needed, the weather today.
If you can get someone that's really relational, then and very passionate, then you're gonna be like, oh my gosh. Our tour guide in Cancun has probably done the same tour. This was in Trujillo. Probably done the same tour maybe 1,000 times, who knows, right?
Turns the corner and he goes, what's this? Like he'd never seen it hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times before. It was
cute,
very
right?
Engaging.
That's what you want, you know?
I mean, it's like my ideal meal. I love how much quinoa there is in Peru.
Maybe 60 items I could order on the menu. So you can only eat so much. Here, Machu Picchu. This is the entrance to Machu Picchu over here, and this is where it starts, and it's all behind us, all up there. Guys, amazing. Is it worth the money
Yes.
to come to Machu Picchu?
Yes. We're not even there yet. I can say yes. I'm wearing my traditional garb. You can see the baby alpaca.
And you can see my baby alpaca. Boom, alpaca. Wow.
I'm ready to go.
Ready to go.
I just sitting staring at it for so long. It just builds up the dramatic tension. You're like, wow, it looks amazing.
I know. Can't wait to show you guys.
We met with a guide beforehand who gave us all the tips on what you need to bring. So here's what you need. Number one, bring water. Most people stay in the park for, you know, about 3 hours. It gets very hot. Your elevation is much higher than maybe most of us are used to. They recommend you bring a hat, sunglasses, and layers. You also cannot bring food up here, so don't try and sneak it in. Get a hearty breakfast or lunch in before you come. And bring sunscreen and bug spray as well, especially if you're in the early morning or late afternoon to evening entrance times.
You can see behind me, Quinoa Picchu. It starts with an H. It was known as the high priest's residence and also where the local virgins would live. And they would hike up there every morning. There are 3 temples that are on top of Machu Picchu, but this is the hike. This is the Machu Picchu mountain. And you can hike up there during normal seasons. This is the hiking trail coming all the way up. Here's the entrance. Here's the way down. The way down. Here's the ticket booth. So the buses come in this way. And here is the restaurant, which I didn't know about. Nobody ever told me about the restaurant. Looks like there's a little cafe down there. I'm pretty sure there's restrooms right there. And then this is the driving road. You can walk on that, or you can take the hiking trail. Obviously we're coming from Machu Picchu down. If you learn one thing in this video, it's that there's bathrooms at the top of Machu Picchu. So don't believe what they tell you. The Spanish that came through to Cusco in 1542, I believe, they didn't find Machu Picchu. This place was still hidden, and obviously it took quite an effort to get over here. In 1913, I think, is when they started building and working on the train to get up here, because they realized this was special. This was a gem.
And here we have our list of rules. Notice, do not generate turmoil. That's a good one. Every good, UNESCO World Heritage Site has to have a good list of rules. Don't use virtual apps in narrow paths. Do not
Fly over with paragliders.
I was gonna bring a paraglider, honestly. Glad I didn't.
No umbrellas. No walking sticks.
No selfie sticks. No heels.
No heels.
I was this close to messing it all up, guys. Don't forget to bring change if you want to use the toilet. You just gave me really a little too warm for this one.
Machu Picchu beer. I love it. This one it's obviously a dark lager, but it tastes like honey. And you know what makes it so sweet?
This cafe, as well as there's a restaurant next door, is also run by the Belmont. This is the snack bar experience up here. Right now, it's record low tourists.
I'm getting ready. The alpacas are coming out.
Here they come.
We just stored our most of our stuff. I mean, I didn't want to carry. I had a sweatshirt, I had a jacket. When we walked up here, it was for sure needed. Okay, when I say walked up, we walked up from the bus. We stored our stuff in a big bag for $1.25, and there's bathrooms right there. Just made it in, and we're on a tour with our tour guide, Freddie. Freddie.
Yes.
So
Thank you for taking us, Freddie.
Freddie was just telling us this would be packed, like the line would be just crazy.
An hour long?
And here we are.
Wow.
He's taking us through. We got Machu Picchu to ourselves, and as Freddie says, we entered his office. Wow.
So beautiful.
I'd like to say welcome to Machu Picchu, my friends. So it's there where we will be storing all the stuff they grew, like corns, beans, quinoa, potatoes and stuff. This path connects here to Machu Picchu.
Wow.
So that's another way actually coming here, besides the original Incan Trail we have up there. For example, here in Machu Picchu, it's only 30 or 40% what we're going to see. There's still a lot more hidden.
Wow.
A lot more actually under vegetation.
Wow.
They're getting closer. Climbing up to the tallest point. I had no idea the actual name of this place is unknown. It really makes it feel like we're in a mystery movie. It's like so crazy. It's not the lost city of the Incas. That's actually miles away. But people say it is. I don't know why.
We're walking totally by ourselves through Machu Picchu. What a treat. Alpaca. Team Alpaca. This is the Incan Trail up to the Sun Gate. That's where the Sun Gate is.
All these terraces you see, this is where they farm things we mentioned, potatoes, corn, grains and stuff like that. And later be stored inside of these.
This is insane. It's so incredible.
This would have been used as a university where young nobles would come here.
I was just saying, it feels like such an honor to be here. It feels so magical and powerful and such a step back into history. It's so much mystery. I just can't get over it. It's like, I want to soak it in.
Look at Machu Picchu. So Freddie says it's only 30% explored. And we can already see, he pointed out, over here, there's a trail up past Happy Mountain. And on this mountain here too is a little unexplored. And they're doing excavations. So much history, so much that they don't know. And Freddie's just making it up as we go.
No.
I'm just kidding. No, he's telling us the truth. I'm making up. Worth it 100,000,000% to come and visit. There's nothing like it.
No. Welcome to the main gate of Machu Picchu. Look at this. This is the main, like, how else are you gonna get up here? You know what I mean? You're not gonna climb over the walls. You got one main gate. You're coming this way.
Look at that view.
Amazing.
It's a nicer walkway than we find in Los Angeles.
Amazing how similar, like, you would think it is to like a castle in Europe, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though the Incans never heard of Europe.
No, they thought they even never made it to Central America. He created as well punishments for the ones who would, break the rules. Sample. The punishments was actually it was strict with that.
That punishment was the same even for like stealing or lying?
Or lying, or just being lazy. You see this little room down there?
Uh-huh.
It's where we consider about 3 or 4 people living. They would still make their meals and stuff, but not in each house. They did it communally together.
Outside
in the plazas, cooking together, eating together, with dancing, histories and stuff.
Wow. Look at this one. They just left this rock.
Yeah, but it seems that there were already some tool marks we still see.
Was it for them to walk? Maybe.
Probably it's theirs. So X-raying. So here's it's rated from the top down here, and according to his results, actually we find here, the inside behind these walls, like tombs. Tombs, yes, with funeral stuff. After the results, he right away asked the Peruvian government so he could remove all the stuff, but that was denied.
Oh wow!
Otherwise, had to be all destroyed. So that's why they decided just to leave it like that. So behind the walls, we even believe that the mummy of the one who built this, Pachacute, is still inside of there.
Wow.
Hiding there.
Because they love the caves.
Yes.
Wow.
Or resting there.
And that makes sense, right?
Especially using this natural rocks, so like natural caves.
Yeah.
Mountains.
So they kind of they buried him in there.
Yes.
Okay.
It's probably not only one, several mummies.
Right here's where we get into the more perfect stones without the gravel. Here's everybody's quarters, and now we're entering into the royal area. You can tell stones are better, harder to work with. What do you think, babe?
This is so special. I'm like really enjoying this.
I'm really glad the Spanish never found this place, because they probably would have destroyed it. We're having a ball, just a ball. I put sunblock on twice today, guys. I'm having so much fun. Walking down an Incan hallway. Hey, it's a good day when you're walking down an Incan hallway. So they think this was built over the course of 100 years.
So here, Sun Temple. Here's this round one. And the kings that came and lived in Machu Picchu probably didn't live here, but they could be coming once or twice in special times. So he would stay down there. So that's known as the king's house. Incan armies were getting weak, so then they decided to go, instead of coming here, they went right to Vilcabamba.
Oh.
So Vilcabamba is the place where the last Incas resisted and fought the Spanish. We can still see now, but what we see there is not much because most of the place was destroyed by the Spanish.
What was up there?
Well, that's the sundial, the Intihuatana.
And Machu Picchu llamas. Thank you for the greeting, guys. Hey, buddy. Hi, buddy. How are you doing? Hi. Do you want a hug? This is one piece.
Yes, this is one piece. Also, that's one piece too. Yes.
So is that why they built it here? Because they saw these big rocks, they said this must be a temple, and they finished it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
It was supposed to go over by the temple, and that's the roller underneath. There's another roller. They moved this rock here, and look how flat this is. So sanded. Wow. Seventh wonder of the world. It's really something special. The games.
Yes.
Okay.
Not fighting or wrestling till death.
Okay.
Just running, climbing. Drizzling as well.
From here, you can actually get an idea of how high up we really are, guys. This is insane. We're about to hike down the mountain the whole way. So if you're thinking of walking up, just know this is what you're dealing with. We've been touring now for 2 hours and 40 minutes. And my legs are already starting to get tired. So just know, if you choose to hike up, you gotta have stamina.
This lone tree was a part of the original vegetation when it was discovered in 1911.
The beliefs, even religion that Incas left, not everything was erased. Not
Okay.
everything was destroyed, actually. Like my grandparents, for example, they never spoke any Spanish. Most of the people actually run out to the mountains so to hide till our Independence Day. Many went actually hide up to the mountains.
Yeah.
So finally, all these traditions and beliefs and religions we still have it. Like for example, nowadays our kids in schools are required to learn the Quechua. Yes, the Inca language.
Wow.
We still have, actually, we all speak Quechua also around too. So not to forget. Yeah.
Right.
So all to keep the traditions and stuff. So it's our task nowadays.
Okay guys, Freddie is the best, and he tours in not just one language, not two, but three. So if you're Italian or if you speak English, he's the guy.
You've been up here 1,000 times?
Or more.
I lost count. Actually.
So here's Freddie's WhatsApp number. Book him.
Welcome to Machu Picchu. Be sure to come and visit this beautiful place. Thank you.
So we wanted to endorse Freddie because we had a fantastic experience. He speaks perfect English and he's really great. And you know us, we like to celebrate excellence, and so that's why we wanted to highlight him to you. We obviously paid for our tour, but we just really appreciate excellence. And so we're going to continue to highlight it on different parts of our journey.
This is the trail to get down so you don't have to walk on the road. I mean, this is why it's worth it to hike it.
Yeah. For moments like these.
There's a green arrow there. See that green arrow? Don't miss it. Because this is your turn up the mountain.
Okay, so going up to actually tour Machu Picchu, we were there for maybe 3 hours, I think. This is like non-stop staircase. I think we're about halfway. Watch out for the vans because they do this every 15 minutes. They get really mad at the tourists. My legs are jello and we're going down.
Okay, down the Incan stairs.
This is amazing. It's cool. Okay. Oh, it worked.
It worked. Good. For reference, this is our pace down. We made it down! Woo! Yes. I would not recommend going up and then touring it. I would have been exhausted. I am exhausted on the way down, and I consider myself in fairly decent shape. So that's just my recommendation. We had a great time. We hope you enjoyed this trip with us to Machu Picchu. We just got off the mountain and now going to tuck into some beautiful warm quinoa soup. I love the quinoa here, guys. Look at how hearty this is. This is exactly what I'm needing right now. Amazing. So good.
And I got a fettuccine sumac. Are there any offensive symbols?
I don't know what any of the symbols mean, baby, except the llama.
It is nice. So, you're thinking about maybe visiting Machu Picchu. It's our hope with this video that you'll be convinced.